This is feeling like Renee in session after hours. Let's talk about when you have to disappoint some people, because I said yes today. I stayed out longer than I should have, and it cost me some personal time that I really needed to have to myself. I started off this morning in my prayer time devotional, and then I felt a little frazzled because my brain did not know how to rest after my devotional time. Certain habits are a part of my everyday life, but when I don't have to be on, when I don't have to put out, when I don't have to work or be on display, if you will, I realize that it can leave me feeling a little confused with how to accomplish all the things that I want to accomplish. We celebrated my brother's birthday today, which was awesome. And I actually have to go pick him up, by the way. Do not leave a woman with a sedan, a pickup truck, honey, because I'm out here like skirt, skirt in the snow. So I got to drive a little bit before I got to go pick him up. But the celebration was so beautiful. And these are moments and times that you don't get back. My brother is turning 48. Yeah, 48, I think. Don't tell him. I think it's 48. And we got together and had a good time with family and friends and just laughed, kikied, reminisced, just talked, prepared for like the football game coming on. And these are moments that I can't do over. These are moments that I can't get back. So of course I said yes, but I should have said yes within my normal boundaries, because I knew I had some grad school work to do. I knew I had some things to get done. So let's talk about when you actually have to say yes, and your yes may disappoint some people, the job included. When you are transitioning your mind before your body physically transitions out of a role, it's going to feel a little weird. You will feel a little guilty because you are realizing that you have to kind of pull yourself back a little bit more from the commitment that you had. Well, really less. Little by little, you start to like commit less because you realize that it's no longer in alignment. It's not where you want to be. It's exhausting. Beyond the exhaustion, it's really the depth of what it's costing you to stay and be there continually in this role. And when you start to find yourself preparing for your exit, your no and disappointment of people will increase. And there's levels to the increase. I spent some time today working on the exit strategy workbook that I'm so excited to share with you guys, because it is like deep in the best way possible. And it's literally the steps that I'm walking myself through right now on this journey. It's about 6 modules in here, but one of them in particular, it lays everything out for you so well. The small disappointment practice is actually what I called it. And there's a couple levels to it. Now, I'm no stranger to having to say no. And as a retired people pleaser, when I realized that my niceness wasn't supportive, my niceness didn't propel me, my niceness didn't get me ahead, and I learned the difference between being kind and being nice, that changed some things from me and how I showed up in my work, in my different positions. And saying no, the disappointment that people are going to experience from you, you just can't carry it, because guess what? It is not yours to carry. It's not your issue and it's not your concern. So one of these small practices I have in here is a level 1, because there's multiple levels. I think I have 3 levels total in here. Level 1 in particular talks about the small disappointment practice, where you literally can write out a few different ways you're going to intentionally disappoint someone this week? And I'm not saying like, okay, don't pick your kids up from school. Like, I'm not saying that level of disappointment. That would be so wrong. I'm saying like, okay, this week I will practice disappointing someone by saying no to social plans I don't want to attend, not responding to a non-urgent text immediately. Just because someone texts you in the moment does not mean you respond in the moment. Just because someone calls you in the moment does not mean you have to answer. You use wisdom and judgment, of course, right? If it's your mom, she's in the hospital, that's a call you're most likely going to answer. Versus if it's like your boss calling you after hours and that's really not your responsibility, it really isn't an urgency for you, right? Declining a work task that's not your responsibility. You don't have to say yes to everything all the time. You can say no. And if you don't have the capacity, if it's outside of your job description and you really don't want to, you can say no. Because sometimes we'll say yes to make ourselves more of a team player, do a little more people pleasing, but then we resent it the moment we say yes, because as soon as they're gone, we are mumbling under our breath. I don't know why she always asking me to do this. Like, why couldn't she ask Tammy to do this? Why couldn't she do such and such? Like, they always leaning on me for this. I got X, Y, and Z going on. You're complaining about it the whole time because you're resentful. You didn't want to do it in the first place. So why did you do it? And assess your response to that. Not explaining or justifying your no. No. Leaving work on time, even if others stay late. Now, baby, this one got my name all over it. Okay, I'm not even gonna hold you. I'm a timely woman. When I'm done, I'm done. Because y'all done paid me for these 8 hours, I'm clocking out. Now, I understand there are some moments and sometimes, and maybe I need 5 more minutes to finish up this task if it's going to save me from worrying about it tomorrow. But that's at my discretion. My discretion. That's not at your discretion. Ordering what I want instead of what's expected. Canceling plans if I need to rest. I actually did this today. I had plans that I am still looking forward to with the reschedule that I truly couldn't make today because I woke up and I felt like my body needed the rest. My schedule has been so tight between work all day, go to the gym after, do homework, taking on different things. Like, it's just been a compact schedule, especially for the month of January. And it's going to start to pan out sooner than later. But yeah, I had plans to go to Barnes & Noble's with one of my girlfriends, looking forward to it. She was going to bring her kids. Kids were going to play. We were going to just have tea and catch up. Honey, my body was like, no, girl. But long and behold, I didn't know my brother was having a celebration today because God bless my brother. I should not be surprised by the fact that I found out an hour before. I should not be surprised after 40 some years. But hey, we are still hopeful for Aaron. Okay. Anyways, all that to say, I had to cancel plans because I wanted to rest, but ended up rescheduling them in general. And I'm grateful that I did it. So after you disappoint someone, you'll notice that you feel either guilty, you feel bad, like you feel like, oh my gosh, so many feelings can come with that because you're flexing a muscle that's not familiar for you. You're actually flexing a boundary where you respect yourself, where you don't let people cross your boundary, where you actually have a say, where you will put like your stake in the ground is what I call it sometimes. And that's uncomfortable for people that are common people pleasers. That's uncomfortable for the yes man. That's uncomfortable for people that commonly show up, go above and beyond, are always available, or bend over backwards to be available. It's uncomfortable. That's the reality. It's a natural reality. So what are you feeling versus what actually happened? And did the world end when you made this decision? Did the world end when you communicated this? Did the business shut down minutes after you said no? Did it catch on fire minutes after you said no? What happened? It's an uncomfortable muscle, but we got to get comfortable in the discomfort, because it's almost like, man, the visual in my head right now, it's almost like if you fall down into like a cave and you're like trying to climb back up to the top. The top is who you are. Like the very top, the opening of the cave is you. It's who you are. It's your being. It's your authentic self. It's you before the people pleasing. It's you before the world told you who you were supposed to be. It's you before the chaos and the stressful environments, before downgrading your knowledge, your specialties, your skills. It's you before like all of that at this opening. And you're like climbing back up there to like get back to yourself. So saying no is like climbing. It's like taking another step. Setting a boundary is like taking another step, right? And it's like learning yourself and being in relationship with yourself and knowing your why, and knowing you don't have to say no with the explanation, knowing you don't have to respond to the text message immediately, knowing that you can actually respond tomorrow. You don't have to do it today. Like all of those things are you like slowly climbing back up out of the cave to the land where you see yourself. And it's uncomfortable. And I want you to acknowledge the comfort. I don't think you have to sit there long, but acknowledge it, feel it, and understand why. You know, put words to the feeling, give it language, understand why it feels uncomfortable for you. And when you understand why, it's like, okay, this is some healing work. This is the work that I'm healing myself to get back to myself. This is what self-loyalty looks like when I'm not abandoning my needs, when I'm not ignoring my needs. And this is something else to realize too, right? Like every moment won't always be like this. Every moment won't always be these no's. Every moment won't always be a list of perfect circumstances. There can be a lot of aligned circumstances, but every moment's going to be different, right? So it's like no matter what this is, the underlying tone that I want you to get is the fact that like it's your choice. You make these choices. You make these decisions. It's not because you're trying to be a difficult person. It's not because you're trying to be a difficult employee. It's not because you don't want to be, a team player or whatever. It's just the fact that you're not giving the power away for other people to make decisions for you or tell you how to be, what to do, how to navigate, how to move. Like you're not a punching bag. We talked about this. You're not a punching bag. So that's really what I want you to get out of like what I'm saying. It's the fact that like you have the right to make the decision and you understand why you're making the decision and you're standing in the decision you make, whether you are giving it a yes or a no. But it's not coming from an unhealthy place. It's coming from a place of self-loyalty, self-fulfillment. It's not coming from a place of self-abandonment, because we're working on that. We're like healing that, like we're flushing that out. So when you make those decisions, it feels different when it's coming from that more honest place, when it's coming from that more fulfilled place, when it's coming from that like, oh yeah, no problem. Like, because this is legit what you want to do. You're not guilted into it. You're not shamed into doing it or anything like that. Like it's just legit what you want to do. Everything centers back to you. But when you've become so disconnected from yourself, when you've become so run down in a sense with yourself, when you've allowed yourself to either be a punching bag or you've allowed yourself to lose boundaries and just completely lose control and let other people make decisions for you, let other people go with the flow for you or create the flow that you're just rocking along with. When you've done like all of those things, then this feels heavy. It feels heavy. It feels heavy and expensive in a sense to try to make these decisions for yourself. So coming back to a place of like the power in choosing, the permission in choosing, the play in choosing, the healing in choosing, the evolving in choosing out of a place of permission because of self-connection, self-love, self-identity is a very flourished place. You are then, my friend, becoming a very well refined woman. You flow differently, you move differently, and it's a ripple effect in all these other areas of your life. It ripples, and trust me, keep rocking with me because we're getting there. I'm taking you guys video by video, bit by bit, because I sat with this yesterday. I had my whimsical day where I went to Barnes and Noble, kind of just sat for a couple hours by the window. I got me a good window seat, y'all. It's like the Lord was shining on me. I pulled up, got a close parking spot and everything, got my window seat. The sun was out, and I just kind of journaled. And I was like, Lord, who am I helping? Like, who am I talking to? In just my videos with myself, like, what are you calling me to? What do these people need to know? What do the ladies need to know? Because I don't play about the work that he has me doing, and I don't play about the way that he has me show up with my voice, and I don't play about the people that I serve. So when I was like kind of just writing all of that out, he just made it so crystal clear to me. And it's funny how it's usually by way of the things that we struggle that we then can turn around and help other people with. It's like, so that's why you put us here. But he made it so crystal clear to me. The woman that has abandoned herself, the woman that has lost her identity to him, her, them, the world, the job, everything. The woman that has truly self-abandoning and has no loyalty to herself. I'm called to her. I'm called to that person. I'm called to speak to that person. I'm called to elevate that person, to pull that person out, because I've been that person for such a long time. And I've been through the different traumas that had led me there. And I realized I love helping women choose permission. When I say my heart, like, and maybe this is a part of the like empathetic, empath sensitivity that I have. When I tell you, when I can hear women talking to me and I can literally see where they're stuck, but I know we got to go through the valley and the mountain for them to be able to see and start choosing and start believing. Listen, my girl texts me, she's so funny. She texts me yesterday, can't thank you enough. Thank you for healing me. You have no idea how much you've helped already, more than my family and friends ever have, for real. I'm not healing her, okay? This is the thing. I'm not healing her. I'm just being the vessel. Every time we have sessions, when she does my lashes, we sit down and talk and stuff like that. Like, I could just literally feel and see where she's stuck. As a new mom, postpartum, I can hear and sense the loss in her identity, the flowing to other people's, flow, not her own. When I hear women that are exhausted and wanting to do so much more with themselves, but they feel like they're stuck on this hamster wheel and can't get off of it. They can't find the time to be able to do the things they want to do. They're in something right now that doesn't align and it doesn't make sense and it doesn't work for them, but they have this big dream right here. But then they have the reality of all these other things happening, their bills, the house, taking care of the kids, the husband, the partner, the boyfriend, whatever, all of those things compile together. And then you can feel the heaviness because they're at a breaking point where they just like want to like bust open, like just burst at the seams, because it's like, how do I even try to make time for me? How do I even make time for any of this? How do I even make any of this make sense? It's the end of the day. I have nothing left to give because I just gave this job 9 hours. I just talked to all these people. I did all these scans. I did all this paperwork. I answered all these phone calls. I quite literally have nothing, like nothing. Even if you don't have kids and you got a draining job, that will leave you on fumes, okay? Like fumes. I get all of that. I understand it so much. And it's like, I want women to experience real, true, genuine joy. I want women to have their chosen life as the bridge until their dream life is available while they're building and working towards. I want women to know that it is very possible that you quite literally can have whatever it is that you want to have. And you know you can, you're just trying to figure out how you can. And we're working through the how to make the everyday reality bearable, manageable, feasible, in flow, in alignment, and autonomy to get to the self-loyal version of you. That life that reflects that loyalty, the life that reflects that love, the life that reflects that freedom, that flow. You know, maybe you're not one that wants to be a millionaire, but you need a clean 200,000 a year for you to feel cozy. You know how many people would take that in a heartbeat just to be able to wake up on their own time and their own schedule, have their coffee in peace in the morning and not be bothered, and ease into their day with their own emails, with their own clients, creating their art, making their own products, building, being crafty. You know how many people would take that in a heartbeat? So many people just really want a cozy life. And cozy is not linear. It looks like whatever it needs to look like for you. The house on the farm with a couple acres. You get to homeschool your kids. You get to travel, spend time abroad because you have something comfortable coming in and happening. But it's so hard when you cannot see past today's reality. And a part of today's reality, a part of your exit, a part of the steps that you do have to start taking at this job, honey, is the fact that you will have to disappoint some people. I'm sorry. We got to start figuring out like, okay, what are we doing too much of and what do we need to do less of? What are we giving 100% to that we need to give a little less percentage to so we can actually be in alignment? So we can start to get there. Maybe tomorrow is a PTO day because baby, that's a post I got in here too. How to use your PTO time to build your dreams at this job. I'm about to go off. Let me not, because I can feel myself getting like fiery in a good way. Okay, I'm gonna share it. Okay, this is getting longer. I hope y'all still rocking with me. Ways to use PTO for building. Take a Friday off to finish your website. Use a half day for networking and coffee meetings. Take a week off, not for vacation, but for intense work on your exit plan. Schedule a mental health day that's actually a build my exit day. I got more on this list in this exit workbook, but those are just a few to name to get you started. We got to pull back somewhere in order to pour in elsewhere. We can't keep giving that thing that we don't even want all of our value. Like you got to give 100%. You got to try to give 100% to what you really want, what you really want to do, who you want to be. If you keep going in this hamster wheel and nothing changes, you will be watching this video next year, come 2027. Still talking about, yeah, Renee was right. Yeah, I didn't. Man, I don't want that for you. Because you don't even know what tomorrow holds. We quite literally have no idea what's going to happen. We don't know the next day. But every day that we are putting in work towards our desires, every day that we're just making a small decision and a small yes towards what we want to do, gets us one step closer to being off that wheel and one step closer to that chosen life that we want, right? Until that dream life experience comes. So I believe that to be true. I've been there, I've done it, and I'm doing it again. That's how I know. I can only come on here and talk to you about what I know, baby, because what I don't know, I do not know. And I will be the first to tell you, okay? I am not on here trying to teach you how to cook, chef it up in the kitchen, or nothing else like that. Now, I can get down a little bit, but I can't get down a bit. So I know my limits and I know my lane. And hey, this is my encouragement to you. This is my offer to you. This is how I just want to see you win. I really do. I want to see you win. So I invite you to click the link below, sign up for my email list. so you will be notified when the exit strategy workbook is available. I am excited. I know it's going to bless y'all so heavy. Like if you are just needing that guidance, needing those resources, needing a true plan that goes deep but truly guides you to the next step, this is going to be for you. And if anything I said resonated with you, meet me in the comments. I love when y'all meet me in the comments and have conversations with me. Let me know what this is it. This is it. Let me know the one thing you're going to do this week to disappoint somebody. I'm holding you to it. I'm holding you to it. I'm holding you to it. Before you get off this computer, let me know in the comments the one thing you're doing this week to disappoint somebody. That's it. That's your homework. Okay. That's easy. That's light. It's light to type. Not always easy to do, but you're going to do it and you got this. So, all right, friends, until the next video, peace out. I hope you have a great night. I will talk to y'all later. Bye.